Let's go to work, 'cause I'm tripping. Gotta work on myself, 'cause I'm falling apart. Please wake me up, 'cause I'm slipping. Can't fight this feeling off no more. Oh na 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 na. When all I see is darkness and gloom, yeah, I'll be running from my doom. Oh na 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 na. But now it's time to live my life, and now I know what I need to do.
Yeah. Yo, yo, this water cool, guys. Oh, hey Maroons, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be cooking up the fish that I bought in the previous video. If you haven't checked out that video as yet, definitely go back and check it out. It was a fun day just hanging around people in the fishing village, trying to source the fish directly from the men and women that risk their life out there to catch them. So the plan today is to fry the fish Escovitch style, and I'm going to try to make festivals to go along with it. The initial plan was to do it at a location that's down there. You'd have seen a few shots before. It's the same spot that I would have done the jerk chicken burrito. If you guys haven't watched that video as yet, definitely go and check it out, worth watching. So what would have happened is, as soon as I pulled up on the scene and was about to start the preparation to cook the food, a group of friends came along, and I decided that given that I'm going to be cooking fish and I've experienced this spot before, I'm a considerate person. Given that I'm going to be preparing fish, I thought I would just relocate to another spot I know on the river. So I'm going to try to see if I can get to the spot where I cooked the octopus that time. Plug again, if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. So yeah, so we're heading to that location now. I'm at the second location, and I have to say, this spot over the last year or so, it had a tremendous boost in popularity. So while I was leaving down there, I saw two more sets of people going there. Now, at the first location, I realized that there was a bit of anthropogenic manipulation in terms of humans building up an area with the sand so that it borders off the water so that the swimming hole will get deeper. At the first location, pulling up at the second location, now funny enough, it was easier to get to this location because while I was coming down this section of the river, that I frequent this river. I'm at this river very often. So while I was coming down to this section, a man was nailing up a sign. The sign that he was nailing up, adults $200, kids $100. So tell me if I'm wrong, but me just step past him with the sign because ain't no way I've been coming to this river for free so long and you're going to charge me now. So I'm just step past him, walked up to my section without saying anything. At this location, I was going to get into it. Before we get into the video, guys, look at this graph. Subscribe, guys. Majority of the people watching the videos are not subscribed. So I brought a jelly from home. I'm just going to rest it in the water here to see if it could get cool for a little bit. Try here, so you're fully under the water. Don't want you wash away. Jelly just go and stay there so and get cool. So for the purpose of today's video, I'm going to be doing the ground fish that I bought and the doctor fish, one of the doctor fish. So yeah, let's get some water in this. Watch out, like them still want to swim out. Ah crap, here's something that I should have tested before. This is the pot. Let me see if the fish can. Ah dang, fish bigger than the pot. Probably have to go cut it in two. Never want to cut it, you know, but it can't go hole in the pot, so I have to go cut it. Man. So just add in some lime to it and let it sit in this for a bit to kind of cut the rawness. I'm basically going to make the Escovitch sauce now. So I just have a few things here. I'm not sure if this is everything that's needed. I just have onions, peppers, and probably a piece of thyme, and I have some pimento berries. So that's what I'm going to be putting in my Escovitch sauce. So we have some onions here and some peppers. So these are mainly what's going to be in the Escovitch sauce. So ready? So guys, what we have, I'm working with this small container. So yeah, you see, ideally you would want this to be sitting for at least a few days before using, but you know, just going to try to see how best I can fit them in. Alright, so this might be too much. When I get home, I make a bigger jar, a bigger, more official jar. Let's go. Let's cover it. Cover it and give it a shake. Alright, so that's it. So we're going to have this sit in one side, and then by the time we finish with the fish and festival, this should be resemblance of an Escovitch sauce. This still did a record. I never realized that this still a record. So we have a bit of salt. Too much salt, probably going to take out some of the salt, some black pepper, and some Maggi fish seasoning. So then we're just going to mix it all together because we're going to season the fish now. Yeah. Cut this in two. So yeah, we have two different. Yeah. LaMaNDi. Name one for me. Yeah.
Spell it.
LaMaNDi. LaMaNDi. LaMaNDi.
Color.
Yeah man, nothing wrong with that man. You do man.
You do like going on video?
No, you're good man. Some and sprinkle it all over it, you know. Sprinkle it all over it. Flip them over. You see, because it's fish doesn't really need a lot of seasoning. So you try to keep the seasoning of fish as basic as possible, not too much to overpower the natural taste of the fish. And then we're just going to get inside the cavities here. Inside the cavities here. And then the same thing for the doctor. Just go and get inside the cavities here. Yeah, so we're just going to let this sit for a bit and go and sort out the festival now. I left the sugar at home, so I don't have any sugar. I have coconut milk, so I'm going to add that to give a slight sweetness. Hopefully I don't mess up the festival because this is my first time trying it. I'm going to add the coconut milk in it. It's important that when you come to the rivers, you don't leave your garbage. Baking powder is not something I use a lot, but I think to get the festival how I want it, which is reminiscent of the Helsha style, I think it's definitely needed. I don't know how to use this thing, so I'm just going to add a little bit. Hopefully I don't overdo it. So I think that should be enough for this amount of flour. Do it first. So not enough. You don't want to overdo it at first. Oh crap! I left the cornmeal. No! Leave everything. I didn't even remember the cornmeal till now, to be honest. Here we are, guys. This is where I'm at with it. You don't want it to be too dry. You want it to be a bit sticky. So hopefully, without the cornmeal, it can be somewhat resemblance of what a festival should be. Like the sun are coming from my fridge. Don't like that. Put it in a pepper. I'm going to use this pepper as guidance. These little sticks are helping me to keep the fire going a bit, so I'm going to try to harvest some more of them. I'm confident enough in the fire so that I'm going to test. Oh crap. Alright, let me test the doctor just in case, so I'm gonna spoil the big fish. So I'm going to test the doctor. Whew, hopefully it's hot enough. So let's see. So at the same time I have to ensure that I work on the fire so that it doesn't get too cool, because I want the fish to fry properly. So yeah, I'm frying the doctor first. I've been working on the fire for a while now, guys. So far so good. Hopefully I can keep it blazing so that the fish doesn't stick too much to the pot. Let me you guys just see what's happening at the moment. Alright, Maroon, so I'm going to attempt to turn the fish now. Hopefully it turns in one piece. Let's see. I spoil it when I turn it, but I would consider that a successful turn. Kind of bent it a bit when I turned it, but yeah, all in all it's going good so far. So let's, because of how it's see, I spoiled the other side because of how I turned it. Damn. Alright, just move it so it doesn't stick too much. Just keep the fire blazing, Maroons. That's all we can do. Can get out the fish. So that's one down. I'll just rest it in here for now. Look at that, Maroon. So our fire doing enough to fry it. So I'm going to move on to the bigger grunt now. So let's go. Difficult fry. Fucking hell. Yo. Move it quick so it must stick. Can't afford to stick. Yeah, so back to working on the fire, guys. The fire seems to be working with me, guys. So yeah, fingers crossed. Just give this about a minute more on this side, then I try to turn it. Hopefully I can turn this one good this time. Oh wow, alright, we'll do it that way. No, bring it back down in the air. Yeah, give it a few more minutes and and then we'll fry the head pan. The fish is almost done. I'm not going to be building up the fire because to fry the festival I don't really need a lot of fire. So just going to let the coal do its thing and fry the festival with what's left. I'm going to work with basically like this, but it's a bit sticky, but I'm assuming you want it sticky based on the consistency of festival. So I'm going to roll one and test it if anything. So work with this and see. Took out one of the festivals that I'm going to try to see what it's like out and if it's fried enough. So here it is. Yo, it's hot. It's missing the sweet taste that the sugar would. It's so good. It's missing the sweet taste that the sugar would give it, but in terms of consistency, it's perfect. It's fried all the way through. So I'm going to take them off now so they don't burn. Oh crap, they set you. So while I was filming, these were on for a bit too long, but the others are not going to be this brown. So perfect. So we're going to work on the next set. Here I have it, Maroons, my first attempt at frying festivals.
and they are amazing.
Friend, my friend. Friend. Hello. Are you okay with me? Oh, alright.
Escovitch. So I can tell you guys, this smells like the real deal. so we're gonna share out the fish now, spread some of this goodness all over it. Smell it, man. Smells so strong. And then yeah, get into it.
Maroons, now we're going to spread some of the liquid gold all over it. So let's dip it. Oh shoot, it's a leak out. Leak it up on the fish. And then kind of get out some of the onions and some of the peppers. So I'm super excited, guys, and now we're going to dig in it and try it. So firstly, let me start with one of the festivals. Oh, actually, oh my word! Let me taste this. I kid you not, the festival is perfect. Maybe not perfect. I would give it, let's say, I give it 8 out of 10, and the only reason it gets 8 out of 10 is because it doesn't have the slight sweetness that you need in a festival. That's the only reason why I wouldn't give it a 10. But the Escovitch sauce, I don't know if the thyme is the reason or the pimento, but it definitely gives it a different taste. It's awesome. So I don't have a fork, so we're just going to dig in the fish and taste it. Look at that, just peels right off, guys. Get rid of these bones. So when it comes to fish, grunt is not necessarily my favorite, but it's a fish that's known for having a lot of meat. So we're going to taste the fish itself without the Escovitch and then with it. So let's go. Perfect. I really wish you guys were here to taste this with me. It's not salty, perfectly seasoned, perfectly soaked right through. Some people prefer their fried fish to be a bit more crispy. I like mine with a more softer, juicy inside. But it comes down to preference. But this right here, perfect. Now, let's have some of this meat. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all this meat. We're going to get a pepper and an onion. We're going to try this. So let's go. Pepper. Pepper definitely on point. Wow. The pepper kind of get to me. And I have a little bit of hiccup, so I'm just going to the fridge for my Gatorade. Pepper deep work. No, I saw this idea in a video the other day. They're putting beverages in the river water to keep them cool, and I can give it my stamp of approval. It definitely works. Look how juicy. Oh, Look how juicy this fish is. Perfect. We're going to try to stay away from the peppers for the rest for the rest of the meal because the pepper here hot. I don't know what happened, but for some reason the camera, I guess the camera overheated, and I saw where it was trying to repair the files, but the repairing of the files failed. I really hope, I don't know if I lost everything. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Nice chunk of fish. Perfect. Woo! Maroons, there you have it. The damage is done. I'm going to try my best to finish off the tail here. I'm going to try. Belly full. Come out the fridge for you. And yo, the outside of the coconut is so cool. I know for a fact that the water inside is cool.
Yeah.
I bring it with me, Maroon. Guys, it was a lovely day. The fish was perfect. The festivals turned out awesome, and I had so much fun. I got to take my final dip and I'm heading out of the place now. So thank you guys for watching. Remember the graph I showed you before? Yes. Subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember guys, in every single thing that you do, be patient, exercise humility, and always be consistent. See you Maroons in the next video.
Tell me no, you never gonna believe me, but me would have find it tough to keep this thing a secret. Cause got me going to the deepest of oceans. Come on, let me show you why you feel like a float pan. Slow jams why you feel like listen. Anything to turn in a real life fixing. Not touching girl, you're my addiction. Cause with you I feel I'm missing nothing, 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 nothing.